Hey everyone, so today we're going to build the ultimate weight gain blueprint. We're talking about a simple, super low cost daily plan that actually works. Let's just dive right in. Does this sound like you? You feel like you're eating a ton, you're trying your best, but that number on the scale just refuses to move. Well, if you've been looking for a clear, step-by-step blueprint, you are in exactly the right place. We're about to lay it all out for you. Okay, first things first, let's talk about the core principle. Because before we get into exactly what to eat, you have to understand the one single rule that makes this entire thing work. And here it is. It's really that simple. It's not about some magic food or a fancy supplement. It all comes down to what you're eating consistently, all day long, from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to bed. This right here is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. So, now that we have that foundation in place, let's get into the practical stuff. This is the complete day-long eating schedule, the real heart of this blueprint. Here's a bird's eye view of your day. We've got 5 key times to eat, and each one has a very specific job to do, from getting you energized in the morning to helping you recover after a workout. Let's break down each one. We're kicking the day off strong, a bowl of soaked chickpeas and a couple of bananas. But look at that crucial rule there, no morning tea. This is so important because tea can actually kill your appetite, which is the exact opposite of what we're trying to do here. Lunch is easy. Any good home-cooked meal will do the trick. But the real key habit here is all about your water. You want to avoid drinking water while you're eating and then wait about an hour after you're done. This little trick helps your body digest everything way more efficiently so you can absorb all those nutrients. All right, now for our pre-workout fuel. Sometime between 4 and 5 p.m., you're going to have some boiled potatoes and 2 more bananas. This isn't just random. It's a high-carb powerhouse meal. Actually, the source material says this is a bit of a secret weapon that bodybuilders use to pack on size. Okay, workout's done. Between 6 and 7 p.m., it's all about protein to help those muscles repair and grow. And you've got options. 2 eggs if you're non-vegetarian, or about 50 grams of soy chunks if you are. Both are fantastic for recovery. And finally, we have dinner. Again, a regular home-cooked meal is perfect. The big thing here is to not go overboard and eat something super heavy. Try to finish up between 9 and 10 p.m. That gives your body a nice long window to digest everything before you hit the hay. Okay, so you have the meal plan. That's the core. But now we're going to add 3 really powerful tips that can seriously boost your results. These are the small tweaks that make a huge difference. That's it, just 3. But trust me on this, each one is a total game changer. So here they are. Eat wetter, master your water, and sleep on your left side. Now, I know they might sound a little strange, but the science behind them is solid. Let's look at each one. So, tip number 1 is about the texture of your food. Just look at this comparison. When you eat dry foods, you tend to eat slower and end up eating less. But if you just add a little moisture, like some yogurt to your meal, you create wet food. This one simple trick helps you eat more, eat faster, and it even helps you digest better. Tip number 2. We already mentioned this, but it is so important it gets its own slide. Do not drink water while you are eating. Period. Making this a rule for every single meal lets your digestive system do its job at peak performance. And our last tip is all about how you sleep. It seems like a tiny detail, but sleeping on your left side actually has a real physical benefit. This position literally uses gravity to help keep stomach acid where it belongs, in your stomach. And that means you digest your dinner much more effectively overnight. We've covered the food and we've covered the tips, but this plan doesn't just happen in a bubble. So in our final section, let's talk about the other essential habits you need to make this whole system really fire on all cylinders. 2 things here are absolutely non-negotiable. First, you've got to work out. You don't need to live at the gym. Even a light home workout with some push-ups, squats, and pull-ups is enough to signal your body to use all these extra calories to build muscle. And second, none of this will work if your digestion is bad. If that's a struggle for you, improving it has to be your number 1 priority. And finally, the source material also suggests that an omega-3 supplement can support this plan. The idea is that things like EPA and DHA can help with muscle recovery, support your heart, and give you more energy for your workouts. The principle here is just making sure your body has all the tools it needs to process the extra food and exercise. So, there you have it, a complete blueprint for gaining weight, covering everything from your first meal of the day to how you sleep at night. You have all the information, so the only question left is, what's the first small change you're going to make tomorrow?